down, but that's it.
Hello everybody, it's JT with Stay Down Productions. Okay. And today I'm here with
Fredonem. Y'all know what time it is.
Right, Mr. Fredonem. We want to talk about you today, so tell us where you're from.
From the southwest side of A-Leaf, Texas. You feel me? H-Town, y'all know.
A-Leaf, playing A-Leaf. So tell me, how was it growing up on that side of town, A-Leaf?
It was cool. You know, I always been an introvert, so I ain't really fuck with too many people. I ain't have friends and shit like that. I was in highs and shit.
What high school did you graduate from?
I'm sorry, here, big tits. I graduated from a charter school called Victory Prep. Used to be called Leaders Academy. Well, yeah, I had went to that little motherfucker.
So during this time, did you play any sports or anything, or was you producing at this time? Or?
I was already making beats by then. And I started in middle school. I was making beats in middle school. I was making beats in class. For real.
So how did you know in middle school at that young age this is what you wanted to do?
I mean, I just felt I've been a music head since I was a baby. So music was the first thing I felt like was all I had. I ain't really understand nothing else too much. I know when I heard a beat play or a song play, I was like, okay, yeah, I want to do something like that. You know, I wanted to start making beats, and I just took off from then.
And so with your name, Fred on them, like how did you come up with that? Where did that come from?
I ain't even come up with that. My best friend came up with that. I ain't even gonna say I came up with that.
How did you how?
We was just doing our thing. We was trying to learn how to make beats and shit, and he was rapping and shit. And he just said the shit on the song one day, and he started calling me that shit at school. So I was like, bro, I'm gonna really start using that shit. And one day I just went and took that part out that one song that he had did, and it became a phenomenon.
So to this day, present, that's still your best friend? Y'all still kick it?
Hell yeah. I still talk to that nigga. Hell yeah. That's my partner, my day one nigga.
And so you produced...
Shout out my nigga B Hottest.
So you produced on Flick of the Wrist, so do you feel like that was a coming out song for you?
I've been having songs out, but that was my first hit record. I feel like all my shit hits, so I wouldn't say that, but worldwide, that was my first hit, yeah.
Where everybody just like got your name and started looking with you?
Yeah.
So like, before you did that Flick of the Wrist, was you already affiliated with TSF, or how did that come about?
That really came about, I was already doing my thing, and I had a little situation going on with my brother. Shout out to Doughboy Sauce. We was trying to get his mixtape going. He had just got out of jail, and we just started pumping. Like, me and him was spending hours and hours of time at the studio. And Flick of the Wrist at the time when that was popping, like, I was still like with my bro every day. So in the midst of all that, he running the walk, and we go to the studio, we record Da. That was the first song that we did. And ever since then, shoot, we just been rocking. We made 93 and all that type of shit. Everybody know all that.
So after that, that's how you became intact with TSF?
Yeah, through my brother.
Doughboy Sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Who else had like Doughboy Sauce like put you on or introduce you to?
Shoot, if it wasn't for Doughboy, I wouldn't even met Cheddar. I ain't gonna lie, cause when I ran into Cheddar, I was working with T Wayne. Everybody know T Wayne. Cheddar and T Wayne, they was like, you know, they was doing shit together. They still doing shit together. That's like Cheddar first artist. So I started making beats for him. And I had met them through the DJ that they was fucking with, DJ Static. And they was all doing music and all that type of shit. So I was like, shit, what y'all got going on over here? And he was like, man, we got this artist T Wayne. I want you to fuck with him. He gave me a CD or whatever, made a couple beats, and I had got a couple beats with him, and I hit him up on Twitter. We exchanged info. I started going to Wayne house. Cheddar house, because they was all together. And I went over there and started making beats with T Wayne, and then shit, me and Cheddar just started working over the years, and we just made a bad motherfucker.
How long ago was that?
That was probably like, I want to say 2012, probably about 2012. I've been on Cheddar and T Wayne since about 2012, 2011, something like that.
So here is 3 producers, you, Iceman, and J-Red.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
and Samurai. Don't forget Samurai.
So like, how does it work with the 3 of y'all here?
Shit, it works smooth, you ask me. We all got the same things in mind. We got the same goals and shit like that. You know, we sit up here and talk about a lot of shit. We make beats and shit in this house, you know.
So
it's smooth shit.
Y'all sometimes, make beats together or something?
We always making beats together. We should be making some beats right now, but I'm in the interview, you know.
And so do you often do like overnights?
Sometimes. I really like to be like in the daytime. I operate like a real business. Like you can't really go nowhere after 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. You expect service unless you're a fast food restaurant.
What about like in the beginning when you first started? Did you do like in the studio all the time, like spending the night sleeping?
Oh yeah, I used to sleep in the studio all the time, and Doughboy used to hate that shit. Be like, bro, why you in the studio sleeping in the studio, bro? Come to the highs, bro. I don't know, I just love the studio.
You said that you mostly like to work during business hours and stuff, and it's kind of like known, or it's kind of like a thing for artists to want to record like overnight, right? Or like come later in the evening.
Because most of them be out at night, so they be like recording.
Yeah, they just come out here. So how does that balance like with you and your schedule and what you want to do as far as like the business hours?
I mean, it just depends. If they pull up at the right time, I'll be here, and we just work. And we might stay overnight working. It's just, you catch me in the daytime, I do a good job. At nighttime, I be down there ready to shut it down. I ain't gonna lie. But I get a lot of work done. That's the thing, my work ethic is through the roof. I can get an album done in probably 12 hours if, everything right.
What's the quickest time that you've ever did a project?
Quickest time I ever did a project would probably be probably a month, cause they usually don't take that long these days. All we do is just lay the records down and we come mix them later. Just make sure we got the songs laid how we want them to sound, and then we come back do all the mixing and mastering later. So it take about a month.
So how long does it take you to come up with a beat?
Like 10 to 20 minutes max.
For one song?
For one track, for one beat. The recording, that's gonna probably take about 30 minutes, so it take me probably about 45 minutes to an hour to make one track.
So you know how to play, like how many instruments you know how to play?
I don't know how to play no instruments. I know how to play the drums a little bit. I'm a percussionist. That's what, my, what would they call it? My strong point would be is the drums. If you listen to a lot of my records, you can hear the drum work is done really, really well. Even if I do the melodies, like I'm good at doing melodies, I can hear a good melody, but the drum work is where I'm strong with it. Like, if I collab with all the other producers, I'd be like, man, send me the beat, no drums on there. Let me do that. I'd rather do the drums, you feel me?
So you would say that's like your specialty on the beat.
You could pretty much tell when I do the beat versus when somebody else do the beat just by listening to my drums. And if you think that it sound like me, 9 times out of 10 it is somebody trying to sound like me.
So do you feel like you get imitated a lot?
Definitely.
Like, is it rare that you would feel that way, or is it like all the time?
I mean, it depends. Like, I don't really hear too many people copying me as much these days because I've been in my little secret laboratory mode. But it has been a lot of imitators. But it's all good, you know. Just gotta do what I gotta do. Make sure you know who I am, you feel me? Rather, if you can't tell or not, you'll know.
So with whoever you do feel like that's imitating you, do you like speak up on it, or?
I don't really worry about it because I know my spot, you know. Oh, what you got right there? What's this? I might need to check that out right there.
You might have to.
Shout out to the homie son, man, for the gas, man. Wave mechanic son. Y'all see Mick Pick over here. I don't know if y'all can see Mick Pick right here. Mick Pick. Smart guy, smarter than Fly.
So like with producing and stuff, do you have a personal life? Do this like affect your dating life and stuff?
Yeah, I got a personal life, but I try to keep it balanced, you know. It's pretty hard having a personal life and a music life because some people don't really understand how the music game goes, but you got some people that do. So it's like you gotta try to find the middle ground, you know. Try not to upset too many people. Keep it, you know, keep it in order.
Keep it grounded. So the other part was, do you have a dating life?
Yeah, I actually have a girlfriend. I keep shit real, you know. I fuck with the whole black love movement, you know. I wish my people would get it right, you know. It ain't that hard. It's not.
So she's accepting of like, you know, the long studio hours and all that?
Yeah, but no. Yeah, but no. You know, I ain't gonna go into detail. I just know some men understand how women are. I understand how women are, so leave it at that.
So you're not gonna tell us how women are?
No, because I don't want to get into it because at the end of the day, we men got shit that we got. I ain't saying that we perfect. Everybody ain't perfect. Women got that, you know, men got our little things, so I ain't gonna sit up here and act like, you know. I'm just saying, I ain't gonna speak up into that. I'm just saying.
Okay, so getting back into the music, like, how would you say that you became the iconic producer that you are today?
I really do a lot of self-evaluating and all of that type of stuff. So I'm real different when it comes to people and relationships. So I try to have good relationships with people, and I stay humble, and I just do what I know how to do, and I do it the best way I know how to do it. And I pretty much think that's what makes me iconic, cause I don't do too much. You know, I'm regular, even though I know what I got going on. I don't act like, you know, nothing but what I want to act like. That's me. I want to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, when I feel like I should do all that. I just feel like I'm me, and people love that.
Do you feel like, well, of course networking takes part in it, so like for somebody trying to, you know, be in a position that you are, what would you tell them, like, what kind of advice as far as networking goes?
Networking is very important. you know, I ain't gonna say this for all producers, but for me, I like to network with underground artists because they give the game a new sound because they always listening and, you know, I'm always coming up with a new sound myself, so I'm trying to find something that fit with all the new shit I be doing. So networking is important if you want to at least get to know somebody big. I know a lot of major people, but I like to network with just regular people because you never know what and who somebody know or what they got going on, you know? So it's good to always network and, you know people. Relationships will work more than money, literally.
So like with working with different people, you work with people. Do you travel like outside of Houston as well and go work with people, or do you prefer people?
I mean, these days I prefer to, but I don't like to travel because I like to look at what's around me in my environment because there's a lot of people, you know, would lead a city, quote unquote. That's what we say. People lead a city. Mm-hmm. I'm one of the people that's a firm believer in, you know, giving my city a sound. Cause I look everywhere and see how everybody else got they, you know, East Coast, West Coast, wherever, you know, they got they shit. Houston really still don't have they base yet. So I'm like trying to stamp that, you know. That's
why
what I'm trying to do. Huh?
Like, why do you feel that's the case?
I just see it. Like, I just see people leaving. Ain't nobody really stayed here and kept developing artists out of here. Like, I done developed 4 or 5 artists down there out here. You know, I work with major artists, don't get me wrong, but that's where I've been, you know, in my lane over there, just developing new artists. All the greats that I look up to develop new artists all the time. Even though it was people popping they was working with, they was developing the newest, hottest thing. Dr. Dre found Snoop and all these other people, Eminem and all of that, 50 Cent. I'm trying to be on that type of shit. Holly Park found Soulja Boy, you know? Just that type of stuff. Zaytoven, Migos, you get it, you know? Mike Will, Ray Shrimmer. That's their region though. We got some producers out here, you know, doing their thing, but we really need some middle ground. We all coming together, but that's what the goal is. We gotta stamp it.
So what Houston artists do you work with besides the TSF artists?
I work with artists like my homie Belly on Boss. We just dropped a song called Hatred on Say Cheese. I've been working with Don Toliver. Everybody know about that. Mm-hmm. Who else I've been working with? I've been working with my homie Koozie, my homie Bentley Ballin' Boy. Who else I got? I've been working with a lot of people, so many people I can't even think of right now. I work with a lot of artists though.
So you want to talk about your relationship with you and Don Toliver?
Yeah, me and Don, we got a cool, you know, little relationship. Me and Don went to school together. We had classes in middle school. And we just ran into each other one day about dreams. And we kind of chopped it up. We was supposed to link up, but it just wasn't the right timing. He ended up getting his sound together. We ended up running back into each other. And we just started creating. And I work with a couple of executives over at Atlantic, and I sent them some of the records we had did, and they fell in love with them and they picked them up.
So you helped him with his process of getting signed to Atlantic?
Yeah, I played a part in it, but Cheddar and Jacoby played a big part in it too. But yeah, I pretty much had the, you know, the steering wheel to, hey, right here. And they offered him something, you know, I guess he couldn't turn it down, so.
So you recently produced any music film with that album he was making or came out?
Yeah, I did 4 records on there. Yeah.
That's good. And so what about Trill Sammy, you have a relationship work with him?
Me and Trill Sammy been off and on. We've been trying to work. I've been sending them beats and shit. But it's all about timing, you know. We gonna get them in soon. We always chop it up every once in a while. It's pretty cool.
Like in LA wise?
Yeah. Mostly everybody be out of town. That's why I be saying everybody be out of town. I'll be here.
And what about YoungBoy?
YoungBoy, me and YoungBoy, we ain't got no like real relationship like that. I mean, my brother was bringing him through the studio to record. I was recording a few tracks with him, and I recorded one of the songs on his first mixtape, the Hell and Back song. Shit, that's really it. Me and him smoked some weed together, you know. Yeah, he was cool, you know. I still fuck with 3-3, shout out to 3-3. He still call me up, we record, make music, shit.
So you got a better relationship with 3-3 than YoungBoy?
I mean, me and 3-3, we, you know, 3-3 know what time it is with me, man. You know, we cool. I wouldn't just say I'm buddy with everybody, but we got a good relationship, you know.
So besides the producers here, have you worked with other producers also?
Yeah.
Like who?
I work with G&B. Shout out to Gavin and Beat on. Me and June, we got a couple beats together. Who else I work with out here? J-Rag, Samurai, Ice. Who am I leaving out? I don't work with pretty much everybody out here. If I ain't work with them, we just ain't linked. It ain't the right time, but we gonna link. You know, I work with everybody.
Do you have any music plaques?
I actually 4 times platinum. Yeah.
Would you say like that's your biggest accomplishments?
No. I want to go diamond, man. Cause if I can go 4, that means I can go 8, and 2 ain't nothing but. That ain't nothing I did 4, so I know I can get 10. I want to get a diamond. That's big. 10 million records.
So you would say that's like pretty much what you're working towards?
Yeah, I want 10 million records. I really want more than that. I want to have 1 billion records sold, but I want a 10 million plaque. That's what I want. Cause that's a bug. Like you walk in, this nigga's diamond. God damn. Yeah, I want the diamond, and I want a Grammy too.
So like as of today, like what do you feel like is your biggest accomplishments? Like
my biggest accomplishments. Doing what I always wanted to do. I feel like that's the biggest accomplishment. Cause doing what you want to do in life is not that easy, but it's beautiful though. It's really hard. I don't sit over here front like it's just peaches and cream. Yeah.
So
I love it though.
Was it like, you know, like usually you want to do something and you try to stick to it, but you be having stuff that just knock you out the way, like how did
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, life is life. You got good, you got bad. You know, you got happy, you got sad. You just gotta find the middle ground. I just learned how to find the middle ground and say fuck anything that don't have nothing to do with what I want to do.
So was there a time where you just stopped producing? Never let it stop you?
Never. Man, I ain't gonna put a keyboard down till I pass away. I'll probably get buried with it. For real.
So, do you have anything that you would like to tell people that are upcoming producers in the world of knowledge?
Yeah. Man, first things first. Man, get your publishing. That's the number one thing, cause that's how you eat for the rest of your life. Don't let nobody take your publishing, ever. You entitled to 50% of every record. Unless you give it away, then you out of there. But make sure if you gonna do something on your percentage of publishing, make sure you do a good deal, bro. Cause there's money out here, trust me. It is. You just gotta know.
And with yourself, what you have coming up in the future?
I got a lot of stuff coming up in the future. It's really in my head. I really manifest everything in my head, so I can't really tell nobody until it happens. I just let everybody sit back and enjoy the ride like I'm enjoying it. I'm just thinking whatever, I want, and it's happening, so y'all will see it as I'm seeing it, pretty much.
Okay. Well, thank you for interviewing with us.
Thank y'all.
Stay Down Productions. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Visions.